We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds. The Cubs are looking to collect their 8th win in a row next. Fernando Liriano, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Digging in, Nicholas Horner, and we are set for baseball here this evening. This is foul right side.
First pitch, 7-10.
Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Batting second, the left fielder, Nick Castellanos.
So the base is empty here with 1 away. And the right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps. Line to line, this team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
Hit on the ground to short. He's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting third, the second baseman, J.C. Embry.
Now at the plate, J.C. Embry. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Here's the pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard down the left field line. But this is going to get foul. 2 quick strikes and now the 0-2. Swinging a soft liner. And that'll get down for a 2-out single. He'll get it into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. It's the Cubs 0 with the Reds coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Sum Igawa will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, how good has this guy been up to this point? In a day and age where guys and teams are scoring lots of runs, to have an ERA sub-2, that's saying something. Hopefully, we're going to see more of the same from this guy, one of the top pitchers in all the league.
In now, Ken Gerald. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, fortune has been smiling on them recently. They're unbeaten in their last 7 games.
You know, Matty, the season's such a grind, and you fight so hard day in, day out, and you're playing against the best players in the world, so you know you're going to lose some games coming out of spring training. To get on a roll where you win 7 in a row, a week of everything coming together, that's a special feeling.
2-0 count, the pitch. 3-0 now.
I got 3-0.
Now here's the pitch. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Batting second, the left fielder.
Stepping up to the plate, Manny Morales. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
Now a throw over, and he's back easily. Here comes the first pitch. Morales playing here in his age 31 season. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Gerald gets his lead at first, nobody out. Weak grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul. 2-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
Suzuki patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
Batting third, not shortstop, Mark Drake.
In now for the Reds, Mark Drake. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. Here comes the first pitch. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back. And again a throw, and he'll dive back in safely. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now a move over to first, and he's back standing. And there he goes towards second. Pitch inside. The throw is not going to get him as he swipes second.
I think coming into this series, they knew he was one of the guys that were going to have to keep quiet. But he's setting the tone right here in the first with the steal of second. He could end up being a big factor.
Three balls and a strike to the shortstop of the Reds.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Johnny Duncan. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. First pitch on its way.
Oh, that's out.
The 1-0 home.
Oh, that's out.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Runners are at first and second with one away. Outside, 3-0 now.
Not a good spot to be in right now. A pitcher's falling behind an account with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
The 3-0, and he misses again. Ball 4, and that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Coming to the plate now, Marcus Gutierrez. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
0-1, no strike.
Igawa, originally from Japan, of course, comes into today second in the league in all-star voting among starters, so it looks pretty good that he'll be rewarded for his efforts so far this year.
Yeah, and he's been having an excellent season to date, making a push towards that all-star game. Hey, fans, get out there and vote. This guy sits in second place, but I'm sure he'd like to be named starter.
And he lays off the pitch down and away. Ball 2.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Now the 2-1 is strike 2 swinging.
2 strikes.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at-bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Into the box, Claude Metz. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck. Comes set, the 0-1. 1-1. 2 out, bases loaded. Softly hit out toward short. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 3 left for Cincinnati. We are still scoreless. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Well, Matt, there is precipitation in the forecast, but talking with some of the grounds crew here before the game, they said they don't think it will have a significant impact as we move forward. We can expect a light sprinkle, but there shouldn't be any stoppages in play.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. We'll hope that's true. And guys, what's the toughest thing about playing in damp conditions like this?
I'm going to be honest with you, Matty. If it stays like this, not a problem. It's just a nuisance. Yeah, the ball might be a little damp, throwing it across to first base. Might have to gather yourself a little bit more, but this weather won't affect anything.
The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Fouled away. Now here's a shot out to right center field. He's through first and hustling for second. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
In now, Ryan Buckner, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Morales has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Suzuki.
At the plate, Sito Suzuki. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the stretch. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. And here's a fastball, not close, as he runs it to 2-1 now. Changeup taken for ball 3, well below the zone.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
And the count will be full. Sent on the ground out to second. Reined in. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, Ben Zobrist.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First delivery to him on the way. No score at this point, but a 2-out hit could get a runner in from third. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
2-1 now. Takes this the other way to right. Duncan is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Cubs strand 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Roger Casilla.
The second baseman, Roger Casilla.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Strike taken up in the zone.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit high and deep to right center. Suzuki is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning.
Batting it, the first baseman, Howard Cronin.
Now in the box, Howard Cronin. He brings a hit streak that currently sits at 6 games entering play. First delivery to him on the way. In there, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Castellanos is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Fernando Liriano.
So here now's the pitcher, Fernando Liriano, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And the pitch. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
1-2 the count to the Reds pitcher. Slow little roller to third. And he can't pick it up. That ought to go down as an infield single.
Now batting, center fielder, Ken Gerald.
Ready for another chance? Ken Gerald. He drew a walk his first time up. He's set. Here it comes. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1.
Well, he's been laboring a bit through these first 2 innings of work. That's 37 pitches, and ideally he'd be closer to 27 instead.
The 1-0. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, as a leadoff man, the team looks for you to get on base any way you can. This isn't the preferred route, at least for him, but hey, they'll take it.
Striding into the box, Manny Morales. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball well outside.
Count 1-0.
Bottom of the second here with no score. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the harder plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
2 on, 2 out with a base open here as a pitcher. You have to be awful careful. You just don't want to groove something here and give this guy a pitch that he can hit one out of the park on.
3 balls and a strike to the Reds left fielder.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Fastball in there, 3-2.
You got 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Well, that was a slider in a 3-2 count, and it just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. A good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Mark Drake, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He's set, and the pitch.
Ball, that's it.
Here's the 1-0. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. One and two. Here it is. And he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Into the box now, Jesse Padilla.
The catcher, Jesse Padilla.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
0-1 the count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he can't get out of the way of that one. So the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
The pitcher, Sum Igawa, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. To second for one. Throw on to first won't be in time, so they just get the one there.
He got the bunt down, but he didn't deaden it enough. Really good job by the first baseman to charge in and make a good throw to second to get the lead runner.
Digging in now, Nicholas Horner. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
The 1-0. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Long run for the center fielder, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Now batting, left fielder, Nick Castellanos.
So 2 are gone now in the Cubs' half of the third, and the right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. From the belt, kicks and deals.
0-1.
Third inning, no score to this point. Fouled off. Working for the punch out and the offering. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Striding in, Johnny Duncan. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
The right fielder, Johnny Duncan.
First delivery to him on the way. To first. Scooped up. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
Stepping into the box, Marcus Gutierrez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes. Strike 3 called as he came with the palm ball there. 2 gone.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
So now to the plate, Claude Metz, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. New inning set to get underway, and standing in as the switch-hitting second baseman, J.C. Embry.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Casilla backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Stepping into the box, Sammy Sosa. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2. Now a slider well off the plate, an easy take there.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
He loses him on ball 4.
Well, in a scoreless game, you want to do anything you can to jumpstart your offense. With the speed of this guy on first, don't be surprised if he gets the green light here.
The next Cub up, Ryan Buckner. He's 0 for 1 thus far. From the stretch, pitch out, nothing doing. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Pitch outside, the throw, not in time as he steals second.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Manny. The ball isn't carrying well tonight, and we haven't seen any home runs, so sometimes you have to try for something else. Now, with seeing a single could be all it takes to push a run across.
The 2-0. Hard hit ball to second. That's in there, base hit. And he's safe. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
At the plate, Sito Suzuki. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And it's fouled away. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. The 1-2.
I got to count 2-2.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, their chances of pushing across a run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit, or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
And that'll bring in the veteran Ben Zobrist. Swinging a ball pulled foul into the lower level and left. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Trying to do way too much up there for what I can tell. He knows that's a big run standing there at third, but that swing was way out of control. You still have to stay within yourself and look for your pitch.
The pause and the 0-2, and a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th, and set to go is the second baseman, Roger Casilla. First delivery to him on the way.
0-1.
The windup and the 0-1. A ball and a strike. And he takes a called strike 2.
Take a step back right here. After 3 fastballs in a row, there is no chance he throws you a 4th.
The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Oh, got him swinging with the palm ball there, and that's the first out.
That was aggressive pitching in that at-bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
Stepping in now, Howard Cronin. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Now another 2-2. Skied down the left field line. Castellanos is going to get there to make the catch a few steps into foul territory for out number 2.
The pitcher, number 44, Fernando Liriano.
Now to the plate, Fernando Liriano. Here's the first pitch to him. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Just a tick behind for a strike.
Hey, this guy obviously feels he can move traffic right here. He's taking 2 big swings. He's trying to help himself.
Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Reds are down in order through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he really emphasized that they're not doing a very good job capitalizing on run-scoring opportunities. With just 1 hit with runners in scoring position in the game, you can understand why he feels that way. But he also says he likes the way his guys are responding to the adversity. It seems as though they're keeping their energy and mood up. So we'll see if they can start coming through with some big hits as we go forward.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
The catcher, Jesse Padilla.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Jesse Padilla is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Fouled away. The 1-2.
Nope.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, nice AB right there. With the pitcher coming to the plate, your job is to get on in front of him. This should be interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little billy ball and pull it back and try and play chicklets with the third baseman? See what happens.
Before the first pitch, a check at first. Runner back standing. Perhaps wisely, another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. At the plate now, Some Igawa. Now a bunt attempt here. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Nicholas Horner.
Now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Nicholas Horner. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
2-1 now. This one's down to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, the left fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
1-0. Here it is.
That's the ball.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
Ready for another shot now, J.C. Embry. He's set. Here it comes. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Very impressive outing so far. His command has been spot on. Even when he misses his spot, it isn't out over the heart of the plate. He's throwing quality pitches.
No runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, it's been tough to score in this one so far through the 5th inning, but that RBI base hit right there is a nice breakthrough.
Yeah, it's been a great pitcher's duel up until this point. They've been executing on the bump without question, but that RBI knock right there might set the tone for the later innings.
Standing in now, Sammy Sosa, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees, 1-1. A couple of lefties start to get loose now in the bullpen. The 1-1. Offered it a low one there, but came up empty.
You chase a pitch that bad outside the zone, you got to find a way to regroup, adjust the batting gloves, only look over the heart of those 17 inches.
2 down, runners at first and second. Tried to hold up there, appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here's the 2-2. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. He's got to hurry. Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Cubs are on top 1-0. And back in Cincinnati as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to talk about the state of the Reds offense with their manager between innings, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He cited the 4 walks they've earned already as evidence that his guys are waiting for the right pitch and that they're willing to let the opposition work themselves into trouble. So far, that's paying off.
Thank you, Heidi. So stepping in, Ken Jarrell. He'll start things out here in the home fifth, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. And now a pitch on the way.
Nope. Outside.
Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Jarrell brings in a batting average resting just under .320, and will look to inch closer to that mark with a base hit here.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
Suzuki is there, and he has it for the first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up, as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Manny Morales. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Ball one.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. This is skied out toward right. Sosa's back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are two gone. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you see there, he's sitting in second place in the National League in that department. Into the box, Mark Drake. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
2 out, nobody on. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Tony Cingrani takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 52, Tony Cingrani.
So in now for Chicago, Ryan Buckner. He singled his last time up.
Ryan Buckner.
First pitch on its way. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Now here it comes.
1-1.
Line drive to left. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So the leadoff man's aboard in their half of the 6th inning.
Hey, there's a bullet off the wall. The outfielder does a really good job of getting that one in quickly, but I think they had a play there at second base.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, Dan. I got to believe you're busting it out of the box thinking 2 until somebody tells you no. I know it would have been a close play, but I think you got to err on the aggressive side right there.
Into the box, Sito Suzuki, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 1-0.
Yep, that ball went out.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
2 balls and a strike. Looks like the Reds are going to have some stirring in the bullpen as the lefties begun to heat up down there. Now the 2-1 is taken, ball 3.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And that misses for ball 4, and it's 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Ben Zobrist. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
On its tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out. But the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
Digging in and looking for more, Jesse Padilla. And now indication from the dugout that they'll issue the free pass, and with the pitcher on deck, that'll force their hand here with 2 gone.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with the bat, so it's all about not letting him be the guy that beats you.
Coming to the plate now, Sam Igawa, and a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. And the runner back in standing. And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch.
No problem with that take right there. First pitch from a reliever, got to calibrate that velocity.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Hit back up the middle, fielded cleanly, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Johnny Duncan, to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Swing and a miss, 0-1. There's strike 2 on a fastball right down the middle.
If he's able to locate that 2-seamer down at the knees, he's going to get a ton of swing and miss and a ton of ground balls today.
Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
Now batting, catcher, Marcus Gutierrez.
Ready now for Cincinnati, Marcus Gutierrez. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
3-0 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. 3-1. Can't keep that one fair, and now the count's full. Now the payoff pitch home is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes
Now
in
batting,
this one. So they've
the third
really
baseman,
figured out how to attack this guy.
Next.
To the plate now, Claude Metz. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. A bouncer up the middle. Reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Reds. They still trail 1-0. Lincoln Veras is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 15, Lincoln Veras.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Nicholas Horner already the beginning of the 7th inning here, as this game has had a very brisk pace to it so far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Fastball runs off the outside. It's 1-1. And now pitch on the way.
That's in. Ball 2.
Fouled off. The 2-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Nick Castellanos now, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-0. One out, nobody on. Hit out towards second. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
At the plate, J.C. Embry.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
So far, 2 for 3 in this one. The 0-1 on its way. In the dirt here. And a good idea to hang close at first as he'll make it back easily. Now a throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. Here's the 1-1. Hits this one hard the other way. Bare-handed for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Leading off the inning, Roger Casilla, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball laid off well below the knees.
You'll hear me say this time after time up here in the booth. You fight so hard to get into these counts. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. They don't happen often. This is a huge spot. Count leverage. Look for him to get loose on a fastball right here.
The 2-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Looks like he's got a good feel for that two-seam fastball this far into the game. He's used it really effectively tonight.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
It's not that easy to make a good hitter look that bad, but that's what happens when you can bring that fastball and ride it in on the inner half of the plate right there. You can get some pretty ugly swings.
Into the box now, Howard Cronin, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. A 1 pitch on its way. In tight there as he's got to turn out of the way of that one. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
He's got good swinging this stuff in this game. That's back-to-back Ks, and that was his 9th of the game. If you're striking out 1 or more an inning, you're throwing the ball pretty well.
Michael Jordan will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 45, Michael Jordan.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. 287 the average coming in. 1 home run and 19 driven in. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And he'll just make him throw one over here. 3-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Hey, it's tough when your team is being held scoreless on the scoreboard. He was trying to put him on the board with a swing like that one.
Good battle. Count remains full. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Padilla gathers. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Reds are down in order. They trail this one 1-0. Brad Naquin has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth.
Number 21, Brad Naquin.
Leading off the inning, Sammy Sosa, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Sosa.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that misses for ball one. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1. 1-2 now.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
The 1-2. Pops this one up. Cronin has a play, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Digging in once again, Ryan Buckner. First pitch on its way. And now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. Naquin is a guy that certainly fits the profile as a power fastball pitcher, but I think what makes him really most impressive is the command he displays while keeping the velocity as high as it is. Now the 0-2 pitch.
Ball, that's out.
Bases are empty, one man out. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2. And this is swung on and missed. Two are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get in the chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
At the plate now, Sito Suzuki. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0. No hits to this point. Now the 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Gerald's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Cubs are down in order, but they're on top 1-0. Now at the plate, Ken Gerald. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Slider is laid off on the inside as it just misses the zone.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think he got a shot to stay inside that one.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Line toward the alley in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out, number 1.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Stepping in, Manny Morales. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
First pitch of the at-bat. Set to deliver the 0-1. Offered it a low one there, but came up empty.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. And it's fouled away. Down and in as he's forced to back out of the way that time.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. In comes the center fielder. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Mark Drake.
Settling in now, Mark Drake. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball, that's inside.
2 out, nobody on. That's inside. 2-0.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. And he lays off, ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Well, they've been unable to get to this guy, so they'll take base runners any way they can get him. At the very least, you make him work from the stretch and add to his pitch total.
Stepping up now, Johnny Duncan, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. First pitch on its way. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. A runner on first with 2 away. And this one's over for a high strike, 1-1. Quick check on that tying run at first. And he'll dive back in. And again a throw, and the runner back safely. 2 out with the man at first. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul.
The 1-2. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, he might be feeling a little bit of a sting there, but he can take comfort in knowing that he represents the go-ahead run. That could turn out to be a huge hit by pitch.
Standing in, Marcus Gutierrez. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
Hey, sometimes you have to look at it like it's not how or how many. Pitching very well into this one into the late innings, and his first pitch strike percentage less than 50%. He'd like it to be a lot higher than that. He's making it very difficult on himself, but he's still getting outs.
High and deep down the left field line. And that's going to land foul.
The Reds have been searching for that big hit all game long. Let's hope they can get it. They're starting to run out of time. It's about time for something to happen.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
1-2. Here it is. And he fouls this one off. Sent on the ground out to second, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Reds strand a couple. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Carmen Jimenez enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Carmen Jimenez.
Striding in to start the 9th, Ben Zobrist, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
At the ball.
Swing and a little blooper to center. And that's in there. Base hit. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard.
It's a great job right there to get a leadoff knock. You got the lead. You have a chance to add on in the later innings. Leadoff guy getting on sets the tone.
In now, Jesse Padilla, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He was given a free pass via the intentional walk last time. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0. Nobody out, runner on first. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
Hey, you get 2-0, your eyes light up, but you're sitting in one spot, and he obviously didn't get it right there. But he still finds himself in a 2-1 count, ready to do some damage.
Oh, not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. A swing, and this one is blasted to right field. Nothing's gonna stop it. And this one is gone. A home run. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 11 for him on the season. And the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, any insurance run you could put on the board this late in the game feels like 2 runs. That's how important they are. They're up 3 now and only need 3 more outs to end this one. See if they can close the deal.
Adam Greenberg will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 19, Adam Greenberg.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Jimenez, a 32-year-old veteran. This is his 2nd year as a major leaguer. Bases are empty here, nobody out. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Let's see if he tries to climb the ladder right here, change his eye level, or bounce something in the dirt.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. No outs, nobody on. And it's 1-2.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
And that's going to be high. 2-2 now. He stays alive, still 2-2. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome, you go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
Swing, and he pops him up. In there, a base hit. So the move to bat for the pitcher pays off that time, and now it's back to the top of the order with nobody out.
Now batting, shortstop.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Nicholas Horner is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. Throw over to first, but the runner's back easily. Here comes the 0-1. High chopper to third. Barehanded at his knees. To second for 1. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly. And the relay won't nearly be in time as he's there easily.
Well, he definitely rushed himself on that return throw to first there, and he threw it away. They got the force at second, and the runner didn't advance, so it'll just be scored a fielder's choice.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and the right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. From the belt, kicks and deals. Grounded back up the middle. 1 there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the Reds. It's 3-0 Chicago. Billy Palmer comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Number 25, Billy Palmer.
Ready once again, Claude Metz. And you may notice the usual closer is not in the game here with the save opportunity on the table.
Yeah, he's worked a few days in a row, Matt, so we were told before the game by the skipper he wanted to avoid using him if possible. So that means they will look to close this thing out without him.
Now the 1-0. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And the Reds get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
Now batting.
That's the way you attack the baseball. The pitch wasn't too bad, just the swing was that much better. Head down all the way through the ball, and he cruises into second with a leadoff double.
Now at the plate, Roger Casilla. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. From the belt, kicks and deals. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike two. Down the third baseline. Zobrist is there. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
The first baseman, number 35, Howard Cronin.
At the plate, Howard Cronin. A look, now the pitch. And that misses, ball one.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
The 1-0 home.
Ball two.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the ninth is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
Splitter outside for ball three. Ready with the 3-0. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. One out and a runner on second base. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Metz rounds third and is digging for the plate. He'll score easily as they now trail by only 2.
Yeah, one a day keeps the doctor away, Dan, especially when it's a big one late in the game. It doesn't matter at all. You're just trying to get one knock a day, find a couple barrels. He happened to catch his late.
Well, I tell you what, you're talking about coming at a good time, too. You're having kind of a rough night last AB. You end up being able to do something positive, not only for yourself, but also helping the team out, too.
And this is taken outside for ball one. This year against right-handed pitching, Black carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. Zobrist is under it, 2 gone.
Up next for Cincinnati, the center fielder, Ken Gerald.
Back to the top of the Reds lineup now, and stepping in, Ken Jarrell. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. First offering on its way. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. The Reds down to their last strike.
And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate but could not cash in.
Wow, that's 8 wins in a row, and it seems like they can't do anything wrong. When you're riding a streak like this, you eat the same food, you drive the ballpark the same way, you do everything the same because you don't want to do anything to jeopardize this streak.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. The Cubbies used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Sam Igawa earned his 9th win of the year, allowing only a single hit across 8 full innings. Billy Palmer hammers down the save, his 2nd. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter @MLB The Show.
Here now is the final line score tonight.